Hello there and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Fall of the Republic preview playthrough as the Republic. In the last episode we took a lot of this area from the CIS. We've really consolidated our territory in the northeastern-ish part of the galaxy. This is still their main stronghold, and there's of course a few other planets in the southeastern portion, or Rimward and Spinward. I've never been able to get the directions down with that. But anyways, we have a couple of main fleets throughout the galaxy. We are sending up our Praetor with its fleet, Dark Rose, through here. It's going to clear out Moonlance, Kaylee, and Dantooine's remaining enemy space forces. We've got this fleet kind of going through the the central north parts, and we're starting to move in at Cymirth here with this other fleet. There is a gigantic enemy fleet at Thanos, but we're probably not going to be able to do anything about that just yet. So we will go down to Mimban with this this next group, and we are still working on building a third army at Karita. So yeah, let's just do up some stormtrooper or clone. That's the second time I've done that this stream. Or clone troopers while we're doing that. And ooh, this could be bad. Here's the galaxy ranking in 7,000 credits. Okay, so the income style is the same as Imperial Civil War. You are limited on your economic structures. A lot of ours were destroyed, but we were also working on adding the influence stuff, which increases your economy in different ways and all that. So overall your credit income is higher than what I've been getting, but we would have had a lot of ships built. It's just we're also on Kroll, so we're fighting a lot more, so it's not like it's more than it feels like that we're getting. What do we want to do with this? Let's do it up here. AOTF, aggressive negotiations, Rebellion's probably driving, and hammer the Maw. And let's put the Architens up close, because the Bulwark's going to struggle to hit that more than the Venaors. Astral Megaship. Indefatigable. Guards Pride. And we'll try to go more for our own carriers here, too. Because they actually only have the one Lucrehulk, so it's not going to be as difficult to deal with that. Once we have this Bulwark down, that's kind of the main threat. Or the two Bulwarks. Alright. 27. Send him over there.
Ready. Target the engines.
Excellent shot.
Star Cruiser standing by.
I got one.
Locking on.
Getting a lock.
Yes, sir. What are your orders? Attacking.
Roger that.
Ozantes, please die.
Reporting. Charged laser cannons.
Architens, you can focus on that, actually.
I'm on them.
Stay in formation.
Get behind them.
What are your orders?
I'm on them.
And
Enemies standing
actually get the Acclimators started on the Lucrehulk. You guys are gonna hunt.
Eliminating target.
Carrier Commander here. Reporting.
This fleet of theirs isn't really built for a lot of fighters. The Bulwarks are more what they're going for in this one, but this is actually our best fleet for taking on Bulwarks, so
Laser cannons.
that's good for us.
Enemies in range. Intercepting.
Looks like we already took down the Gozantes as well.
Stay in formation.
I copy.
Target locked.
Oh, no, we lost our shields on Age of the Federation.
Destroy those lasers.
Let's try to take down the turbo lasers before ion cannons on this
Fire
one.
on those laser cannons. Carrot commander here.
You guys killed that, so get the Architens after the
Cruiser
Munificence.
standing by.
I got one.
Most of these are ships they actually built themselves too, because it's only a level 1 station,
Locking
which
on.
obviously doesn't give a great garrison.
Ready, sir.
And you guys
Roger that.
can swap over to the dual heavies on that guy.
In range.
Make sure its shields don't have a chance to come back.
Engines are destroyed, sir.
Copy that. Reporting. What are your orders?
Warm up.
Intercepting. I'm
The
on.
lasers are our target.
Target locked.
Awaiting
Focus on the
orders.
bombers.
Our target priority is the
Turbo
laser
lasers there.
Take out their engines.
Their engines.
Reporting.
Get
Take
behind
out
them.
the ion cannons.
I have them now.
Carrot commander here.
Copy.
I'm
The
on.
lasers are our target. Target
Eliminating
at maximum
target.
firepower.
Coming around.
Ugh. Went its way into a nebula and then has nothing to do there. So okay, I win. We're clear, guys.
Choose your reinforcements.
What we got? Pelion. Keep forgetting you're here because you don't have an icon yet.
Moving out.
That bonus.
Moving to sector.
Capacity. Locking on.
Awaiting command. Destroy those lasers.
Turbos, ions. Okay, finish off those engines.
Eliminating target.
And Architens.
Reporting. What are your orders?
Go for the
Yes, command.
other munificence.
Stay in formation. Excellent shot.
Reporting.
Get behind them.
Fire.
Anyone that hasn't used it, get your
Cruiser
harder
here.
weapons going.
Target at maximum firepower.
I have them now. Locking on.
Alright, let's get the Arc 170s to go for the
Enemies in range.
Golans now.
Five. Star Cruiser here.
Coming
Carrot
around.
commander here.
I've got them in my sights.
Reporting.
We have lost a couple Architens,
Come about.
so that's sad.
Star Cruiser standing by.
Excellent shot.
Reporting in.
I got one.
Roger that.
Locking on.
Take out their engines.
Coming back around for another run. Getting a lock.
Which mod is my favorite? I mean, I like all of our mods for different
Cruiser
reasons.
online. Move to attack.
The ones I want to play most
Ready.
kind of
Yes, sir.
shuffle around.
Our target
Unless you
priority is the
mean
laser
not
cannon.
counting stuff that I work
Warm
on.
up.
Because obviously I'm biased.
Your orders, sir. Enemy forces
Waiting
sighted.
orders. Ion cannon firing.
Let's do this. For our brothers.
Copy. I copy.
Standing by.
Choose your reinforcements.
Cruiser standing by.
Alright. Let's actually go for the station now.
Target
Reporting.
And you
Ready,
guys
sir.
can start moving
copy.
in on the Golans a little bit more.
Order confirmed. Destroy the shield generator.
What are your orders?
Roger that. Warm up.
This half can go for this Golan. But once the structure's down, I kind of expect them to retreat. Here, you guys go for that one.
Awaiting orders.
Oh wait, no, they're not going to retreat because they have
Starting kill sweep.
ground units down here. We need to go kill those.
eliminating target.
Another one down. Let's get your butt.
So you guys are going to come for that too.
Follow me hard and fast.
Reporting in.
Let's do this. For our brothers. Touch sweep.
How many fighters? Yeah, Shrix. Thanks.
Now we're talking.
Alright. This group of ground units is now dead. Congratulations on your prize. I don't know if they really warrant their own armor type. They might just be better off getting... Well, I guess we could make a gunship armor type, and then that would work for transports and the like Gozantes and all that stuff. Then we can more directly balance them. In any case,
Copy.
There we go. There we go.
Coming around.
This'll show 'em. Come on.
they are dead. That's Mimban. We don't have a ground force in the area. But at least we've got space control down here. And as we progress, it'll kind of lock what remains of their fleets into more and more compressed areas. So we'll end up having to fight their larger fleets sooner or later. I'm trying to avoid it for now. But they at least won't be able to as easily rebuild them, and they won't be able to reinforce each other with them. And that's the main concern. Because we've kind of broken it into two major sectors for them, this one, and they're able to move through this stuff still. But that's becoming more and more cut off. I do want to put a station on Bimisari, just to cut that off even more. Let's get you guys out to there. You guys over there. And let's get Cymirth.
Invasion commencing.
I am also focusing on some of the planets that have smaller structure counts.
We've come across enemy units.
What do you want?
Oh boy, civilians.
Choose your reinforcements.
Moving out.
We've secured an abandoned turbo laser tower.
Order acknowledged.
I fear no one.
Alright,
No
let's
one.
destroy that structure first. There's one there, one there.
Can I help?
Well, they're just massacring everyone. Does Maul get his crime syndicate, and finally the Clone Wars will be interrupted. So,
Base is under attack.
the Shadow Collective doesn't really make a good faction for Empire at War. They didn't really, like, they had influence on certain planets, but they didn't control, like, a major army or a major navy. Their biggest space unit would be, like, freighters. If we work in the Hutts, then it might be a story thing for the Hutts to get parts of that. Because the Hutts would be more capable of supporting them than the other way around.
Pour out, brother.
Dark side.
That would be their only real chance of getting put in.
There we go. Touch me. There we go.
Okay, all the structures are over here. So if we can focus through this way,
I am ready.
even if there are other ground units come to us, we'll probably be able to handle that. That turret's the main concern right now. Where's Mace? Okay, get back.
Our base is under attack.
No one commands me.
What's your trooper? Starting kill sweep.
What?
Let's get a repair platform, and we'll get this landing zone. Back off a little bit.
Ready.
Juggernaut is taking a beating.
There we go.
It is a great
Secured a landing
disturbance.
zone.
Okay, Mace, get over there. Now we can land some more stuff. So let's get Lat,
Heading out.
get some clones on this side.
Closing range.
And, oh, we can't afford a repair platform. Let's just try to force our way through, I guess.
Comlink active.
We have an enemy.
What's your trooper?
And you guys are gonna have to go for those.
Let's do this.
that. You're the best position to kill the artillery. They also can't do anything to you, as well as the AV turret. And so you guys can fall in there. Alright, that was scary for a bit. But I think we're through the difficult parts. Mace can come destroy that. Let's get the clones to hold up here. They still can't shoot at the HMPs in this build, but just like in ICW, pretty much everything will be able to shoot air units, ultimately. Fall back a little bit. And let's get a dropship to help with that then.
Copy. Attack the target.
I am ready. Soon, the rebellion will crash. I don't want to slide.
Go for the structures. The vehicles are maybe fine there.
For our brothers. There we go. Follow me, hard back. There we go.
By my
Starting kill switch.
I want you with the back up. Nope. Back up here. This is the back. Because this turret is really good.
Follow behind me.
So that's the
no
goal.
one commands me.
There we go.
Stay together. Charge!
I think this is the way it's going to be most effective against everything.
With you, trooper. Starting kill sweep. Going in tight.
This road's going to be tough for you to get down.
Going in.
I don't even know if you can get down that road. Let's see. Yeah, that may be out of the question. You got to go down that one. You can deal with the HMP at least.
For our brothers.
I guess the rest of you may as well just walk on down there.
Bombardment available.
No. Aw. No, there we go. Almost lost the Juggernaut. But we got Cymirth.
System control achieved.
Jabim or Osis? I feel like Jabim cuts them off more. Yeah, because that's the only way they can get in through Pamont. So that's definitely the best option.
Constructing.
These credits we're going to have to spend on Senate buildings more so than other useful things.
Beginning
And
construction.
stations.
Building under construction. Constructing.
To
Constructing.
block them off there. We'll just save the rest.
Tactical battle imminent.
Dathomir space. This is ours, and it's just one bulwark too. I'm just gonna auto resolve that.
We go.
Construction complete.
Cruiser reporting.
ready.
We can go up to Cestus there. That'll probably be where that retreated to. They might have a lot here because of that.
Tactical battle
Yeah.
imminent.
They're in this direction.
Let's
Choose
see.
your reinforcements.
Alright. Radiator him in here. And he's illegal. Happy little accidents. Nice paddle. Titanic. Let them start it off.
All out. Let's
We do want to take out their garrisons first, because level 2 is
Carrick en route.
decent enough that I don't want to deal with
On
it.
my way.
Understood.
Right away.
Carrot Commander here. Charge laser cannons.
Now! Now we're talking! Touch me!
Weapons online. Yes, Commander.
Come on! There you go.
Our shields are down. Reporting.
Pull back.
Let's
We've
go!
lost the launch bay.
Follow me! Pass the
Nowhere
time!
to run.
Starting assault!
Reporting.
Ready? Awaiting command.
And
What are your orders?
I told you here,
Attacking.
you're going to do some anti-fighter for us. And let's try to block for this Venator.
Standing by. Form up. Ready to fire. Getting a lock. Locking on. Enemies in range. Right away. Star Cruiser here.
It's probably dead.
Attacking target.
But yeah, it's almost certainly dead.
All fire
But
on the
at least we tried.
Carrot Commander here.
I copy. Cruiser reporting. We're in attack
Alright,
position.
can you kill...
Direct fire
Thor?
at their laser cannon. Cruiser standing by. Gunship reporting. Our lasers are down. Reporting. Right away.
Yeah,
Roger that.
rip Venator.
Form up.
Let's do this! Touch me! I've got point!
What are your orders? Choose your reinforcements.
Awaiting orders. Copy. Right away.
Can you move back a bit? This battle's going to be a lot closer than I'd like. Alright, Arc 170s. Go for the Providence.
Cruiser here. Batteries online.
Commander here. Come about. Reporting.
Once our frigates deal with their frigates,
Charge laser cannons.
that'll
I copy.
give us the advantage. But until then, it's scary stuff.
Awaiting orders. We've lost the shield generator.
I don't think focusing down the Lucre Hulk first is going to be a benefit for us right now. Because we already have the fighter advantage, and that'd be the main reason why you'd want to focus down the Lucre Hulk first.
Down. Target sighted.
The main thing is going to be this bulwark,
Disable those ion cannons.
and then Providence is secondary.
Enemies in range. Copy that. Moving into position. Coming around. Launch bay is gone. Cruiser online. Primary engine system is down. Weapons online. Open fire on those
Turbo lasers. Actually, no, you're doing Gozantes for us.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
I'm gonna get this one to back off, and then turn around, and it's gonna do other Gozantes if they're still alive at that point.
Carrot Commander here.
Alright. Munificent's far enough away that the acclimators aren't going to be able to shoot at it effectively. The Providence is dead, the Bulwark is effectively dead. We've got the dual turbo laser left there.
Yes, Commander. Standing by.
Alright.
Fire is well.
You have no engine, so I'm just gonna
Standing by. Target at maximum firepower.
put you around that way.
Ready
There
to
we go.
fire. Star Cruiser here.
And now you can take the Lucre Hulk.
Moving to sector. What are your orders?
Star Cruiser standing by. Roger that. Attacking.
Carrot Commander here.
Form up. Locking on. Cruiser standing by. Awaiting orders. Copy.
And I don't like how close this Venator is to the goal, and pull back a bit. And we'll start using our Arc 170s on the first goal in here.
Reporting.
You Arc-10s, I think, can support that. Go for the Protons first.
I copy. Falling out of formation. Our shields are down. Open fire.
You...
Follow me! Hot back!
Reporting. Let's go.
Right, nope, you're going to do that for us. You are going to kill the rest of the fighters here.
Engine system is down. Reporting in.
And you...
Targeting. Firing. Taking fire. Copy that.
Now let's get the last hangar. Okay, that's already gone. Let's so just killed it.
Our launch bay has
Now
been
get this other proton torpedo launcher that's been hitting that first Venator.
at your command.
Intercepting. Commander, they're hitting us.
And CR-90s, we need to kill the hyenas.
Ready, go.
Now that the
Enemies in range.
Order
the
confirmed.
Victory is shieldless, so it's
Target located.
starting to take some actual damage.
Affirmative.
Eliminating.
Just the quads left on this Lucre Hawk that are really a threat in this area.
What are your orders? Come about.
Those protons, and these ones as well.
Them now.
Reporting.
I'm on them.
Alright. Engines,
Take out their engines.
just in case there's a retreat.
Ready for duty.
And now, part of the outer rim, you are going to start firing on that last goal.
Awaiting command.
Here. So we did lose a Venator, which is sad.
Current commander here.
We have enough credits to rebuild it already. I don't know if we'll do that immediately, but it's not the end of the world.
Roger that.
Alright, go for these turbo lasers before it can start shooting the Victory.
Standing by.
Will there be vassal factions in Fall of the Republic? Yeah, so not quite in the same way. We have the next faction that we're going to be announcing the government stuff for is the CIS, which will probably be before the next Let's Play starts. But generally, early on, the way the CIS is going to work is that there will actually be factions representing some of the member corporations,
Waiting order.
like the Trade Federation, Techno Union, Intergalactic Banking Clan, and Commerce Guild? I think it's Commerce Guild or Corporate Alliance, I'm not sure. But there's like 4 sub-factions for it that are all allied with each other and the CIS. Because early on in the war, the CIS wasn't quite as integrated, and it was really actually Grievous who started integrating the command better. That's when he became Supreme Commander of the CIS forces. So the CIS's government, one of their core mechanics is going to be working towards reuniting the factions. That'll be how you get some of your tech. We don't want to restrict units too much because obviously the unit rosters in Fall of the Republic aren't super large or extensive as it is. But there will be a couple things you can unlock that way. That'll be how you get some of your heroes, and it'll help break up the map a little bit more too. So it won't just be like 2 giant blobs fighting each other. It'll mean that we can organize the Republic a bit differently, and overall it should help the galaxy feel a little bit more dynamic too. So that will be a thing. Did Duke was killed with the vassals rebel? Not necessarily. Like, there will be ways to either keep them happy or not, and that'll kind of change the level of support you're getting. But that kind of depth would be more later. But it wouldn't be so contingent on like one hero or one factor that like people would feel like they can never properly use Dooku because they're afraid of losing him, or they'd be afraid of losing support.
Increase to full throttle.
There'll be more on that as it's actually done. We're testing the allied stuff, the allied tags, so it remains to be seen how integrated we can make them. If we can use the make ally tag without any stability issues, then we'll be able to have people like actually be able to move through their vassals' territory. But there's some weird behavior with how it, or some weird side effects with how it works. We just need to make sure we can mitigate those, or at least clearly display them, so that if they happen, it's people's fault for not playing or not reading properly. Because the way Empire at War works, it'll obviously Petroglyph never uses those tags anywhere, so they're not extensively tested and not the cleanest. So you can like land units on your allies' territory, and that doesn't mean you get into like 3-way battles with them. It just means that they disappear from the GUI. Alright, they got one away, but we killed other units, and all we lost was the Venator, I think. Oh, we lost a Corellian corvette too. So rip happy little accidents. It's less happy. But I think that was worth it. The further we go in, the less I'll be comfortable giving up our units for theirs, because we're going to have to start making sure we can like regularly push. Let's also get Apos Pride here.
Production.
And Article
Vehicle in
11s.
production.
We got our fleet in the north. Let's finish off this section once and for all.
Tactical battle imminent.
That's an auto-resolve. I won't put anything there just yet. This fleet's definitely going for Javelin. That is... yeah, either a ground unit or a Kolovex. Kolovex. We lost a Carrick. That sucks. Let's drop... Actually, I don't want to lose, though. I'm going to try to make some replacement units for some of these so that we don't have to leave patron units on guard duty.
Construction complete.
Engines to full.
Tactical battle imminent.
Carrick, regular Carrick. It's a regular Dreadnought. Regular Dreadnought. Okay, Rusan. We might be able to win this. How many maps will the mod start with? There will be... 3 of the larger ones. One that starts in each year of the mod.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Which might get compressed later. Then there will be probably 3 smaller ones, then instant action,
Range. Starting kill streak. Going in tight. Now. Going in. Follow
and from the
behind me.
ground up. So
Turret
I'd say
constructed.
7?
Turret constructing.
For our brothers.
But that's not somewhere we're particularly concerned about delaying the mod for specific stuff.
Construction complete.
Alright, I think that's all the HMPs.
Turret has been sold.
Let's get
Repair
repair.
station constructing.
Stay together. Let's go. Closing range.
Construction complete.
Let's do this.
And I think there's an old factory down
We
there.
recruited some mercenaries.
There we go.
But there's no sensor. Oh crap. There's another one. You guys are not well equipped for this.
Follow behind me. Follow me. Hard. There we go.
Where is it?
Closing range.
Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed.
Okay, there's 2 of them still.
Attack.
Stay together. Going in tight. Now. Going in. Follow behind me.
Unit destroyed.
Alright, that one doesn't actually give anything. This is all very sad. It was going so well.
Base is under attack. Unit destroyed.
Enemy bombardment is ready.
Unit destroyed.
Okay. Alright, it was 4 companies. That would be 8 gunships. I misread. Oh well.
System
If we had just stayed at the turrets, We probably could have won that, but I thought we'd actually get units out of the thing.
Tactical battle imminent.
Alright, once this one's done, we'll be able to ignore this area of space once again.
We've
Here we go.
located the enemy.
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright, okay, let's jump in right here. And Valkyria,
Position.
Rabble Rouser, get Arcadia, and anti-fighter spam. Full hunk of metal, and Reign of the Republic. We can destroy the Recusants
Roger.
pretty well, I think. We focus them down first.
Starting assault.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
For our brothers. Right, sweet. I've got point. There we go. Taking Vanguard, follow me. Warm up. There we go.
Then the Providence. And then the Lucrehawk.
Come on. Starting kill streak. Going in
Okay,
tight.
stay back here, fighters.
Intercepting. The lasers are our target.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
Fire on the shield generator. Our target priority.
Alright, the main
is laser
turrets are through there.
There you go.
Let's get you to the Providence. You can turn around now too. And come down there.
cannons. The lasers are our target. I copy. Take out that shield generator. I'm on them. Stay in formation. Get behind them.
Let's do this. Locked and firing. Follow me, hands back.
Come on.
Excellent shot.
Copy. Let's go. Open
Guys,
fire.
get through there. How are you doing?
Enemies incoming.
For our brothers.
There we go.
Right, sweet.
Alright. Now, Arcs, I'm actually going to make you stay with regular fighter actions for now.
Our engines are out. I'm on them. Those torpedo launchers must be destroyed. We've lost the launch.
Turbo laser, or the proton torpedoes on the Providence were our biggest threat to the Praetor. And I'm really relying on the Praetor having enough firepower to get through the Lucrehawk as well.
I copy. Attack that target.
You guys are helping with the fighters.
Getting a lock. Enemies in range. Intercepting. Target locked. Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Alright.
Reporting.
Let's leave the Recusants for now.
Right, sweet. I've got point.
Target locked. Excellent shot.
And let's just focus on the the Lucrehawk.
Open fire.
Captain here.
You guys come on in.
Ready.
You guys engine your way in here.
Attack. I'm on.
And let's actually get the Arcs. Finish that, because if that turns around, it's going to do a lot of damage.
I have them now.
Fighter Bay,
Standing by.
Fighter Bay.
Cruiser ahead. We'll be there
Pull you
soon.
back.
Cruiser ready.
Pull you back. I'm not sure what's shooting that.
Star cruiser here. Eliminating target. Attacking target.
Let's do this. Close range assault.
The lasers
Quad turbo
are our
lasers,
target.
and let's pull you away from the
Standing by.
Golan.
Cruiser standing by. Open fire on those laser cannons.
There we go. This'll show 'em. Locked and firing.
And now most of the fighter losses for them will stick too.
Captain here. All
Dreadnought
fire.
is on the fighters as well.
Maximum effect.
There is still a quad turbo laser on that.
Our target priority is the laser cannons. At your command. Heading out.
The Golans are really not helping us here.
Getting a lock. Go after the stragglers.
Cruiser online.
Enemies in range. Target locked. Eliminating target.
There they talking.
Target locked.
Follow me hard and fast.
Intercepting.
Oh, that is so much damage from the Golans.
Regroup for
Waiting
another
orders.
attack. Stay in formation.
Keep going.
Get behind them. I have them now. Excellent shot.
There you
They're
go.
coming in quick.
Touch me.
I'm on them.
Copy. This way. I copy. Ready.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
Let's go.
Our Praetor still had... Oh, it had the shield generator.
What you do, what? Scanning hostile.
I was really hoping to save that.
Follow me.
Reporting in. Yes, sir.
Let's do this.
Okay, we need to kill the hyenas. They still have their shield generator.
Cruiser standing by.
Orders, sir.
Your orders, sir.
Copy that. Over there.
Locking on.
Hmm.
Getting a lock.
Try to bring them around.
More out.
And if we can kill the fighter slowly...
Go. Touch me. Look up, boy.
Sir, I'm detected.
There we go.
Commander, they're hitting us.
Captain here.
Bring you around.
Where'd he go?
Weapons online.
There they talking.
Nowhere to
Taking
run.
vanguard. Follow me. Close range assault. Come on.
You guys can kill that Vulture squad before it kills you.
Enemies
Going through
reporting.
there,
Fire
and
at will.
you head up here.
Dreadnought
You drive through. Did we lose our... No. Other LAC is still here. So powered engines into range to help the Jugger... or the Praetor. Base Juggernaut.
Standing by.
Target locked.
Let's go. Cruiser standing by.
There we go. We're in the blind spot for the most of the Golan's turbo lasers, and the Dreadnought is kind of soaking up whatever is actually coming out of there. That's what we want. And let's get the Venator into position. You guys can help
Attacking target.
test that up
Area. Moving out.
through there.
Target locked.
And oh,
Commander
this
here.
would have been helpful.
I'm on them.
Just for the range on the Architens. These are all lasers. Okay. There we go.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
Targeting at
Firing
maximum
turbo
firepower.
lasers. Fire for effect.
Our target priority is the
Let's do
laser
this.
cannons.
Follow behind me. Follow me hard and fast. Roger that.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, now let's take this from its weak side as well.
Confirmed. Destroy the torpedo launchers.
Standing by.
Pour out, brother.
Oh, you guys go after the hyenas. Arcs, you help on Golan.
Awaiting orders.
What are your orders? Charge laser cannons.
Would have thought Golan 1s would be such a problem for us.
Star Cruiser here.
Come on. Touch me. Scanning hostile.
There. Okay. Nope, definitely need to kill the hyenas.
Standing by.
You
Fire.
can help with that,
Star
please.
Cruiser standing by.
Alright, this turbo laser,
Commander here.
this turbo laser.
Opening
Let's throw them.
fire on the
I was really scared with this. I was getting ready to retreat earlier because we still had the one engine left on the Praetor.
I copy.
We pulled
Fire
through
at will.
so far.
Lasers are our target.
I feel like we got this though.
Starting assault. Point sweep. I've got point.
Roger that.
Draw their fire.
Reporting.
Attack formation. Go after the stragglers. Regroup for another.
Warm up.
I have
Open
them
fire on those
now.
laser cannons.
Our
Target priority is the laser cannon. Those torpedo launchers.
And what I ultimately want to do with this fleet is go down to where Fondor is, take out those planets. Really block off the CIS's ability to get through that area of space.
Target locked.
Commander, they're hitting us.
Alright. Are they going to retreat? Doesn't look like it.
Target.
Okay, so Acclimator, you're going to tank for us.
Order
You're
confirmed.
there.
Destroy the shield generator.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
Awaiting orders.
Where'd he go?
Let's do this. For our brothers.
Alright, that was a battle and a half. Not the biggest one of the stream yet, but definitely the scariest one for me.
Destroy those lasers. The lasers are our target. Yes, sir. Fire for maximum effect. The lasers are our target. I copy. Open fire on those laser cannons.
Alright. And that clears up the top for hopefully ever. We did lose Arcadia and Old Hunk of Metal, but I think that was also worth it. They made a worthy sacrifice for the cause. Haters, so these are all named, right?
Complete.
Yeah.
There we go.
So we'll bring in 2 other units later for that. I'll leave that fleet up there for the moment, just in case they try to replace those units. But it's probably not worth going any further south there right now, because they're going to reclaim a lot of what we take. But Jabim is definitely next target. Well,
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
I copy.
we have the credits from this,
Building under construction.
and the cheapest thing, we can actually just put some clone troopers.
Tactical battle imminent.
Just put 2 clone troopers on those northern planets. 60 credits each. That is a useless place for going.
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright. Regular Venator.
Confirmed.
Alright, this is one of the
Yep. Let's go.
worst fleets we have.
Carrick en route.
Reinforcements.
Rise of the Republic.
We'll be there soon.
Understood.
But I still think it's going to be more than enough for this particular battle.
Understood.
I wouldn't use these guys to take Pamont, but
Your orders, sir. Reporting. Targeting.
should be okay for what we're doing here.
Standing by. Targeting.
Reporting. Come about.
Do you have any ideas on...
Go after the stragglers. I got one.
modding? So you know the mod is for Battlefront mod, Empire War, like the concept, and would like to see it actually be a stable thing. Okay, so I mean, Battlefront Commander is just generally unstable.
Standing by.
It's really not my kind of mod. It's mostly just like ported assets from other games and done poorly. And then with the creator charging for early access to next versions of it, like it's a lot of the stuff that I don't like about modding all in one place.
Laser cannons.
Reporting. I have them now. Firing.
Like I do want to do a video about the idea of like paid mods, but generally, while I'm okay with it in some cases, doing it for early access to Star Wars mod, like you don't own the IP and you're not even making the assets for that one. I'm not a fan.
Awaiting orders. Standing by. Copy. All fire on those torpedo launchers. I copy. Target at
Well, I have no idea what causes the specific instability in that mod. I've never tried to look through the files to fix it, so I couldn't tell you what you'd have to do.
Taking fire.
Current commander here.
I'm on them. Eliminating target.
Arc 170s, let's destroy the shield generator first.
Cruiser here.
Where'd he go?
Star Cruiser here. Reporting in. Move to attack. Star Cruiser standing by.
Excellent shot. Get behind them. Know where to
Right, the Bulwark 2 is coming as well. Once the shield's down on this Bulwark 1, we'll just take out the engines after that, the last engine hardpoint. And then we'll get the our Arc 170s back into our side of the battle. I just don't want it to come back into the battle with full shields, because it can put out a good amount of damage.
target locked.
Reporting. Attacking.
Form up.
Attack.
Ready. The lasers are our target.
Awaiting orders. Target.
Yes, sir.
Back around for another run. Taking fire.
Enemy forces sighted.
Getting a lock. Excellent shot.
Alright,
I got one.
let's go for the Mark II next.
Commander, they're hitting us.
Destroy those lasers. Your orders, sir.
Enemies in range. Target locked.
And you guys
Target.
can also help with that. Or you know what, I'm going to send them after the Mark I.
I copy.
Stay in formation.
Fire. Standing by. We're in position.
Get behind them.
Target sighted.
Excellent shot.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
We've mostly got their fighters under control, so I'm not concerned about them. The Lucrol can stay where it is.
Disable their engines.
The engine's on you, and you guys are going to get the other engines.
I'm on them.
Cruiser standing by.
I'm going to move this one further over this way, just in case it starts
Current commander here.
getting a little too close to the Golan.
Eliminating target. Where'd he go? Excellent shot. Coming back around for another run.
We don't have specific plans for what units we're going to add in versions beyond the first one. Like there are a few units that are more likely or less likely, but that's going to be mostly stuff that we start talking about after at least the beta starts. So I can't really answer too much about future content beyond that. We'll mostly start waiting for feedback to start coming in, and then we'll decide which areas the unit list would most benefit from further fleshing out, and that'll be how we prioritize things.
Attacking.
Coming around.
Weapons online.
Alright. Lugerhawk, you've been sitting in our fleet for long enough.
Enemies in range.
Current commander here. Reporting. Charge laser cannons.
And all these have power weapons back, so you can do that.
Getting a lock.
The vertical range issue is definitely something that needs to be solved sooner than later.
Copy. Let's move
You
out.
get back there.
What are your orders? Current commander.
Even making the ships turreted so they'll aim down
I copy.
might be worth it. Definitely giving ships higher ranges of or higher firing arcs vertically will probably have to happen regardless of what the actual firing arc on the ship should be. Otherwise, it's a graphical change that has negative impacts on gameplay, when really in-universe stuff would be tilting more anyways.
Yes, sir. Attack that target.
Because like you have the actual range of the ships,
Enemies in range.
say it's like 3,000 meters for these. If it then thinks it needs to get directly on top to be within 3,000 meters overall, then that's not as good.
I got one. Coming back around for another.
Getting a lock.
Any quads left? This is a quad. Go the quad.
Enemies in range. Intercepting. Your orders, sir? Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Carrot Commander here.
Eliminating target.
And Arc 170s, go for the goal in 2.
Shot.
Actually, go for the trade station first, because it might
They took out our lasers.
prompt them to retreat faster.
Attacking.
Standing by. The lasers
That's a
are our
quad.
target.
That needs to die. Otherwise, we lost it.
Destroyed.
If I'd been a little bit faster on that, we probably could have saved that acclimator.
Cruiser standing by.
Got a fire.
Attacking target. Ready, sir. Star Cruiser standing
Well, the Luke Rock in both mods still needs its moving groups changed, but it's not like it's the
Form up.
it's not the same Luke Hawk types in ICW and Fall of the Republic. The models are different in the first place.
Starting assault.
Alright, and Arc 10, start heading over there. The ground units are probably the things keeping them from retreating.
There we go.
Once they're done, they'll probably be more likely to retreat in the middle of us killing the Golan. Probably more stabs. But there we go.
Carrot Commander here.
Awaiting
Well,
orders. Copy. Targeting.
Reporting. What are your orders?
what are they focusing on? This one, and it's still safe.
I copy. Target confirmed. Destroy the torpedo launchers.
Carrot Commander here. Charge
Alright,
laser cannons.
we're good.
Reporting.
Target at maximum.
And this will stop them from getting from north to south, pretty much for good. Now they're permanently split into the two halves, I think. Did lose a couple smaller frigates for that. I won't move our ground units over until we finish the station on Cymirth. But yeah, like they can go from Pamont down to Bospity if they really want to. They probably won't. They'll still have Florum up here for capital ship construction. You guys over towards Cestus.
Construction.
I'll move them both together up to
Transmission
there.
received.
Then we can move straight down. That does mean we're gonna have to buy some more troops on Krita.
Recruiting soldiers.
We'll get those ones, then we'll get Hunk of Hellback, Ijavu tanks, Saber Rattlers. But yeah, we haven't really used our artillery very much. Artillery is still in the middle of its own reworks, but could give it a shot. Where'd that come from? Are they coming through Garros to...
Construction complete. Building under construction.
that? Then Humberine, you are going to get Windu's Blade and Sunrider back. Guardian of the Rim.
Production.
We'll start putting this fleet back together.
Engines to full.
Or together. It wasn't really ever together before. There's only a Mark 1 bulwark and some ground units. Yeah, that's J1s. They can still get through a lot of these planets, but that'll stop soon enough. Oh, actually, before we invade anything else, that's going to do it for this episode. So we're going to, for those watching on YouTube, thanks for watching. We'll be back with another episode on Twitch. We are going to continue recording at least one more. So we're going to take a quick pause so I can save the game. Be back in a minute. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.